Hello and welcome to the very first episode on the R5 server. I'm R5 Dad here, and I have a lot of things planned for this video series. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to all the YouTubers out there who gave me the encouragement I needed to get this started. It's because of you that I'm going to teach my kids how to get started as a YouTuber and be successful just like you guys out there. So thanks again. And so this particular server, I built it specifically for my kids. And I've got 3 children, and that's where the R5 comes from, is there's my wife and I and our 3 children. There's all kinds of cool things out there for kids that are made by kids, that are even made by adults for YouTube. But none of them really show kids how to make videos on YouTube. So this series is going to be us building things on our server, as well as a way for me to show my kids how to make successful videos. With my experience in post-production video editing as well as live production video editing for hockey games and other events, I think I stand a pretty good chance of teaching them something from this series. I do hope, though, that you will follow me and that you'll like my videos and subscribe, and that would be an amazing gift so that my kids can see that, hey, good old Dad's doing a great job even though he's old. So we'll get started here, and I'm going to be doing some different cuts, and then I'll even post links in the bottom. There's a couple people that I do want to say thank you to for YouTube. The YouTubers out there, Mumbo Jumbo, False Symmetry, all the guys on the Hermitcraft server. You guys, I watch your videos, and you guys are the ones that give me the encouragement needed and show me how to do different things. I'm not going to be using all of their designs and things like that. A lot of the stuff on here is going to be original. But some of the concepts will come from different builds that I've seen out and about. So with that, let's get started. We've already been running this as a 1.9 server. We're currently on 15W51B as a snapshot. We've got roughly 8 kids that are currently on the server. I'm the only adult, which is kind of boring. But they are pretty good kids. They build some pretty good things. On our 1.8.9 server, they did some pretty cool things. We've got some redstoners that know how to do a little bit of redstone, but not a lot. So one of the things I'd like to show you is what I've got so far on the server. And I've picked this plot because it was kind of far from spawn, and it was on the plains, and I had an idea to build a farm tower. I've seen some people build towers that go down into the ground, or not towers, really caves. And my last base was a cave, and so I started building this one when we started the server. You can see I'm not done yet with the ceiling or the levels. So I've just got the main floor here, which I'm going to give you a quick tour. So this part here is going to be like a foyer. I plan on putting like seating areas, maybe a little kitchenette in the corner, maybe a big screen TV over here, things like that. Just a really cool place to hang out. I'm going to redo this chandelier. I'm not too pleased with the way this looks, but I do like the contrasting birch with dark oak. And then I'm using the blocks that no one seems to like. And I think I found a pretty good match. The other thing I was thinking about doing was swapping out these blocks with snow, but I'm not convinced on that yet. So then we've got this grand entryway with our banners. Trying to encourage all of the kids on the server to come up with their own banner. That way we can make directions towards people, whether we do another hub or if we do like a overworld rail system. But those banners will come into play. Then this next floor is going to be the storage room. So this is where all of the chests from the farms above are going to come down to here. And so they'll start on this block, and I'm thinking about doing the chests this way, and that will allow me to run the hoppers down and into the back side of them from up above. And so as the sorting system, which will be on the next floor, sorts it out, it'll send it down and into here. What that allow me to do is that should allow me to have, say, potatoes and carrots in the same chest, or things that kind of go together, or maybe from the same farm. So like melons and pumpkins, or what's another? Oh, chicken farm is going to go up there. So we got to cook chickens and feathers. But chickens may take up a whole thing, and feathers may just get thrown away once we get infinity. I'm not entirely sure. But with that, I can put 6 double chests along the bottom and save room for an entryway on the side. And then I can do 6 on the other side. And if I do it right, I might even be able to bring it around the corner here and just have the whole room full of chests in a big, like a C shape over here. So with that said, let's jump up to the roof here, the current roof. We'll keep going up and up. So this is where the storage system's sorters will go. And you can see, let's give a quick pan over here. I'm sitting right on an ocean, and there is a guardian temple right out that way, or just south. It's in this general direction. We've got my current temporary base is underground over there, underneath the glass. The glass was a whole lot bigger, but some of the kids on our server are creeper magnets. So as they come running across, they don't look behind them, and it's happened to me a time or two as well. A creeper comes up behind me, and boom, there goes half my glass. I've also built a chicken farm based on a couple of designs, and I've added a few things. That's what that extra little arm is for. We'll go over that later because that's going to be one of the levels here in our tower. And then I've got my wheat farm, carrots and potatoes over there. We had a kid found a village, so he brought back some carrots for us. I got my sheep over there for wool, and I got my pumpkins. We got a horse, and then we've got our cows over here. So currently, I think we've only had the server up for maybe 2 weeks. I think it was right after Christmas we started the 1.9 server, and there's already, you can see one of the kids is building a boat in a place where a boat would never make it. He should have built it out here, but that's okay. We've got a path here that that's gonna be in one of our episodes. We're gonna make this thing look really cool. I'm thinking maybe reflection ponds on either side of it. Or trees going down either side. I've always loved those roads or driveways that have trees on either side of them. Those look really cool. And then so that path goes out to that dirt block and makes a left-hand turn and goes that way. There's also a path that goes that way off to one of our kids' houses, and then carries on across this way. We've got a couple bridges that we're going to build and a bunch of other things. And so as the night sets, I'm going to go downstairs and get some sleep, and then I'll carry on with the vision, and I'll show you what I have in store for the different floors. And I'll be back in. And now as we wake up here in bright and early morning, this is not going to be my permanent bedroom. It's just a bed for when I'm building the tower. I wanted to go over what floors we're going to do, and if you have any suggestions or if I'm missing a farm, please be sure to comment below. This is all going to be new to me. I'm used to only posting hockey fights, so this is all new territory for me. So here's the floors that I've got. So we've below us. That's one of the things I need to show you guys. Below this floor, we are in a slime chunk right here. And so below us is going to be a slime farm. I don't know how we're going to get the slime balls up there. I think there's a space in there for some items, but it's only 1 block. So we might need to build an item elevator up to our sorters from there. But in the basement, there is going to be a slime farm. And I know that there's some slimes down there. I don't check it often enough, so I think the slimes are despawning before I can get down there and kill them. Yeah, so we're right on top of a slime chunk. I don't know how that's going to work with all the entities that we'll have up above, if that's going to affect the rates that we have. If it does, that's okay, because just off to the side of us, to my right, there is an area where there are 5 slime chunks that converge into 1 chunk as well. So we can, if this doesn't work below us, we can build one over there, and that one should be really productive. So starting again like I had to build below, I've shown you the foyer, I've shown you the storage room behind me here, and then up above, directly above this, so we're going to go directly above the storage room is where our main tower is going to be. This foyer, this is the ceiling right here. This is the highest that the foyer is going to go. We may replace this with some glass or some other chandeliers that hang down. or things like that. I'm going to add some railings here, things like that, and spruce this up, make it look really cool. Stained glass windows on either side here. But the tower itself is just going to go straight up from here. So the next floor above this will be the storage floor. Or I'm sorry, this is the storage floor. Above here will be the sorting floor. Then above that will be our sheep farm, where we'll go up and get wool. And then just above that will be the pig. And then the next floor up will be the cow farm, so that'll be the 6th floor. 7th floor will not be lingerie, it'll be AFK fishing. So you can get old boots anyway. Then floor 8 will be a snow factory, so you can run up there and make your snowballs. I'm hoping that that will be a high enough level, because I've seen where people have had issues with their snow golems not leaving snow on the ground below a certain Y value. So I'm hoping to get that up high enough where it will make snow. If not, we may have to drop our floors down by 1 and send the snow factory up. Then 9, 10, and 11 will be our villager operated floors. That's where we'll have our wheat, carrots, and potatoes. And with the villagers that we found, which you'll see when I give you guys a good tour, we'll get those villagers over here, whether it's by rail, or if we can get them to the water, I'll take them by boat and get them over to here somehow. And that'll be a fun episode. I'm sure that'll have all kinds of things. Above the potato floor 11, will be on floor 12 will be the smelting room. My goal for that one is, if you have some items that need to be smelted, you'll come in to either the storage room here, whether it's on the side here or maybe downstairs in the foyer. You'll come in, drop some items that you want smelted, like sand into glass, drop it in there, and when you come up to this floor, there'll be a stack of chests that will be for smelted items. So you drop your fish in there, your glass in there, everything you want smelted, and you come over to this chest, they'll be there. And the whole floor will be one giant smeltery. Above that, I'm thinking about doing chickens, and then we've got the melon farms above that, and pumpkin farm above that. And of course, what kind of farm series or farming would be complete without sugarcane and cactus? So cactus will round it off at the 17th floor. I think I've got everything that doesn't require a spawner. So I wanted to put like a spider or skeleton thing up there, but you can't, because we're in vanilla, and you can't just go pick up a spawner cube at the local village. So we've got to do that. This is going to be another project for us, as well as redstoning this. So I think I've shared with you the vision. I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to keep this episode nice and short, and that way you guys aren't, listen to me ramble on and then have to watch me build something that's even more boring, because I'm going to have to go mining, and you know how that can be. We haven't really found a whole lot of diamond resources yet on this server, so my pickaxe is lacking. Let's see where it is. This one, my pickaxe, managed to get some enchantments on it from books, but it's got less than 500 uses on it so far, so I'm not sure how long that's gonna last if I have to go mining. But one thing I do want to say is, again, this is for my kids. I'm here learning how to make this cool, and if you think it's cool, let me know in the comments. If you think it's not cool, tell me how I can make it cooler. You know how dads always think they're cool. They're not always cool. I get that. We are punny, and we love you guys. So just be sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you next time. I don't know what our frequency of videos is going to be. We haven't established that yet, so please be patient with me as we build a schedule. With that, so long.